something we've done for a couple of municipalities. Mine actually, Raritan Township, we did it there, I guess about 1.5 years ago. Trying to think, we've done it with Franklin Township, Bridgewater, but that can really help you meet some of those education requirements under the stormwater rules. The authority got involved in open space protection and management almost 10 years ago now, and this is really another one of those activities where partnerships are crucial. We have 2 models that we use to identify areas that are critical for water resources protection. These aren't models that are going to help you identify lands for recreation, for ball fields, or anything like that. We're really looking at more passive recreation and water resources protection. The first model was created as part of the Raritan Basin Project back in 2002, and that covers the entire Raritan Basin. It can be used in conjunction with any municipality or county's open space plan. Anything that you use to target open space, you could also use this model along with. We have a new criteria that we developed last year in-house. At this point, that's being used primarily by the authority, and that focuses on the North and South Branch Raritan. It added a couple more criteria that our group felt were important. Since 2002, with our partners, we've protected 3,100 acres of land, and one of the things that's come up several times today is we're trying to focus more now on the management and stewardship of that land. You know, it's something that obviously is important, and unfortunately it's kind of a later thought after the land is preserved. Stream assessment and restoration is something that's kind of close to my heart. It's been my focus the last few years, and it's something we incorporate into a lot of our different projects. Right now we're trying to work it in with a lot of our river-friendly business participants, where if they do have a stream going through their property, we ask them to do some stream assessments with us to try and build our database of information. We'll actually be doing training on the stream assessment protocol developed by NRCS for Raritan Valley Community College students in a couple of weeks. Municipal assessment is something else that we've started doing over the last few years. We received an EPA grant in 2003, and we took some work that Stony Brook Millstone Watershed Association had done and developed our own municipal assessment process, where we work with a municipality to review their ordinances and their master plans, and to look at different ways that they might be able to strengthen those plans and ordinances to better protect water resources. Might be things like recommending different BMPs, improving stream corridor ordinances, or things like that. So we've gone through this for, I think, about 20 or so municipalities at this point. I mentioned our DNR Canal project, and this was one of the first watershed restoration plans that was approved by DEP. We looked at the last 11 miles of the canal, so in Franklin Township and South Bound Brook Borough, and we identified 70 infalls to the canal, 70 stormwater infalls to the canal in that stretch. The canal is used by a couple of different water purveyors, and they were noticing increased turbidity, particularly after storm events. So at this point, we have just over $2 million in implementation funding from DEP. That's through the 319 program and the corporate business tax program. We will be doing stormwater retrofit programs. Chris talked about the Filterra units that they're looking to use, and we are hoping to use those or a similar unit in South Bound Brook. Hopefully in the spring those will be going in. We're waiting for DEP approval right now, and then we'll be going out to bid on that. And then we'll also be doing some targeted river-friendly outreach to some of these drainage areas as well. These are small drainage areas. In some areas there really isn't going to be room to do structural stormwater improvements. So we'll be looking to do smaller things, you know, whether it's rain barrels, rain gardens, or even just kind of improving people's practices on their own properties. The Peter Brook Project is something that we started over the last year. Peter Brook is one of the last 2 inputs to the Raritan River before New Jersey American's main water supply intake on the Raritan. And what we've done so far is done 4 rain barrel workshops in partnership with Somerset Regional Center, Rutgers Extension, and then the Municipal Environmental Commissions in Somerville, Raritan, and Bridgewater. We've had almost 130 attendees at these workshops. The response has been incredible so far. Almost 100 rain barrels have been constructed, and what we'll be doing, again working with Extension, is some monitoring to compare the stormwater flows in areas and neighborhoods is really what we're looking at, these little tiny sub-watersheds, areas where we've done the targeted rain barrel outreach versus areas where we haven't, to really see if we're making a difference in reducing the volume of stormwater. The Vanderveer School rain gardens are also within this watershed, so that's another component of that project. Here's the fun stuff, the implementation, and some of these pictures are going to look familiar because everybody else has put them up there too. That middle shot is the Manalapan Brook Rain Garden at Thompson Park that Mark spoke about before. This is at one of our rain barrel workshops. That picture down on, let's see, it's your left, that's at Sanofi Aventis Research Facility on 206 in Bridgewater. They were one of our first river-friendly businesses. We actually have just certified their second facility on Route 206 as well. But they put in several gardens throughout their property. They actually had 60 volunteers that they got from within their staff that helped put in these gardens. People wanted to bring plants from home so they could do additional gardens. So it's been a great success. And maybe here's the spot to mention, going back, Linda, to your question. One of the things we really do focus on with the river-friendly business and the golf courses also is, can we get you to reduce your lawn area? And some of these facilities, corporate facilities, it's tough. They really want to maintain an image. So little by little, you know, it's that increment of improvement that we ask them to make. I don't know that we're ever going to get rid of those big green lawns out right on the highway for these facilities, but if little by little on the interior portions we can reduce the lawn, you know, maybe we can live with the image they want to keep out to the highway. This is a little more complicated project. Some of these photos are from the Hoffman Park project that we did on Mahakaway Creek in Hunterdon County. That was an 800-foot stretch of stream that we did. Stabilization, reconnection to the floodplain, a whole host of great stuff on. And then this picture down here is, once again, Walnut Brook. And then these are some of the other river-friendly facilities we've worked with. Daryl, you should recognize some of these. This is Neshannock Valley Golf Course, which is a river-friendly certified course. And then the top left photo is Quailbrook Golf Course, which was the first river-friendly golf course in Somerset County. This is a riparian buffer project on the Peters Brook within the Sanofi campus, and then a rain garden on the Ethicon campus that Rutgers Extension worked with them to do. And this is one of our own kind of restoration projects. Several years ago, when our current executive director first started at the authority, he looked out at the area just outside our administration building and said, "Why are we mowing that?" And people panicked. Oh my God, they want to get rid of us. They don't want us to mow it, but they're going to cut jobs. Well, no, we stopped mowing that area and we found other things for them to do. And then we got some money from NRCS. We actually wanted more the technical assistance than the money, but and we did 12 acres of native grass restoration right along the reservoir, and that's what this shot is, right outside our building in Clinton. That's all I've got. Any questions? We've got their copies of our brochures for the River Friendly Golf Course business and resident program outside, as well as some fact sheets, and that's got all our contact information on it.